Hello everyone, my name is Hammad Nawaz and I'm going to be teaching you guys some of the basic things about Google Slides. So right now in front of me I have Google open, the Google browser, which is Chrome on a Chromebook. And let's get into it. So I'm going to head over to where it says Google Apps. It's the box looking icon towards the upper right hand corner of the screen. I want to click that. I want to see different kind of Google apps. I'm going to scroll down to look for Google Slides, and I see it's right here. So I'm going to click on Google Slides, and it should load and then open up. And one of the first things I notice is it gives me uh, many options, such as blank, your big idea, photo album, wedding, portfolio, lookbook, and so much more. And you guys can see some of my other works down here, other presentations I worked on. They look Some look different, some they all look have like something different about them. So I'm gonna start with a blank presentation. Click on blank presentation, and as it opens up, one of the few things you will notice is it has click to add title in bolded big letters and click to add subtitle. And on the right hand side, you can also see themes, simple light theme, simple dark, and a few others, well, several others themes that you can use. I am gonna decide to use simple dark. I feel like a dark theme looks pretty cool. I'm gonna use that one. And the dark theme will be applied to the slide. And here I get the simple dark theme. And now I could write here like um healthy foods. So I'm writing healthy foods here. And then I'm gonna write who this project is by. So I'm gonna write by colon and my name. Hammad Nawaz. Alright. So that's how you write the title. So it's pretty simple. Just type out the title. It's gonna replace what it said before with what you want it to say. So I have that. So I'm gonna X out of themes. I don't really need that anymore. And I'm gonna now talk about how to add a picture. Now there's several ways to add a picture. Many people just go to the web, copy and paste it onto their slides. Now on most computers you could or laptops or devices you could just click on Control C or Command C if you're using an Apple device like a Mac, and Control V to paste. So Control C to copy and Control V to paste. But I'm going to be exploring another method which is a bit more simpler and easy to use. So if I go to the corner, I could see where it says insert images. Click on that. It gives me several options like I was mentioning earlier. Camera by URL, photos, drive, search the web, and upload from computer. So let's say if you have something saved on the computer, you could also upload that photo um, from it could be any device. It doesn't have to be from a computer, but for most devices are acceptable. You could upload it from a computer if you need to do so. I'm gonna choose to search the web. I'm gonna search the web, and I'm gonna look for a picture, let's say, of an apple. So apple's a fruit. I want to talk about an apple. My presentation. I'm gonna decide to put a picture of an apple. So I can see like different results come up. So I see like the Apple logo of the tech company, but I was talking about a red apple right here, the fruit. So I'm gonna click on that and I'm gonna drag it here. And as I drag it, it's gonna say it's creating image, and it comes up here. Now I see this is like very large. I really don't need it that large. I could actually make it smaller, so that's pretty easy as well. I'm going to just head over to the corner, click on my mouse, and I'm going to um, move my finger towards the direction that I wanted the size of the picture to go. So if I want to make it smaller, I'm going to move my finger inwards like this. If I want to make it bigger, I'm going to move it out like that. So I want to make it smaller right now, so I'm going to move it my finger inwards. So I'm going to go up, like that. And I feel like that's a pretty good size. I'm going to drag it right here. That's pretty good. So there we go. We have an apple, we have our title here, and we have my name. Um, Now some pictures that you might put might have some pictures might have a background like this image of an apple, picture of an apple. It has a background. You could try searching for pictures that do not have a background, so it doesn't like really look weird in your presentation. Um, so you could like write apple, fruit, transparent background, right? And then it'll give you pictures of apples with when you drag them um onto the slide, it won't really have a background, so it'll be transparent. You could also customize this picture even further. So I could click format options. Maybe I want to recolor it. Um, like I want to make it, I don't know, make it look green or something like that. I'm going to say no recolor for now. I could also change the size, the ratio of it, meaning like how like tall and wide it looks. Um, I could change that, and I could like make other adjustments as well. So that's format options over there. Could replace the image with something else. Let's see if I didn't like that image or I didn't want it to use this image. I could always use another image, and I could also like if I right click on some devices or do this, I could copy it, paste it, cut it, um, or animate it. Let's see animations. So fade in. So we could make this picture come in separately. So let's say I want the title to come in first, stay there as is, and when I present, I want this apple to like somehow like I don't know, zoom in from the side or something like that, or like what it says here, fade in, right? So like I was saying, zoom in, zoom out, fly out the top, fade in, fade out, and some other things that it shows. So I'm gonna try fade in. So I'm gonna play this, and you'll see how the apple is gonna like fade in. It's gonna take a while. So it didn't quite work out right now as expected. So I'm gonna stop this. I want to try to fix it up a little. Let's say zoom in. Let's try zoom in. Maybe that's better. I'm gonna keep it at medium, so it's not like it doesn't take too long. It doesn't take too a lot of time, and it's not too fast either. Just try in the medium. So let's see that. Let's see how that comes. So, as I said on top, press enter to continue, right? When I press enter, you were able to see how the apple was able to come in. So when I press enter, look at that. The apple like sort of zooms in. And that's the feature over there. Okay. I could also add a transition, but we'll come back to this. Outside for the moment from here. And I'm gonna see how to add a new slide. So I'm gonna add a new slide. So it gives me this slide right here. So this was a title slide, title, and this one for the projects or whatever you may be working on, whether it be for some kind of like research you're doing, or some kind of other kind of presentation. It could be for history, or maybe like a science fair thing or something else, um, you could talk about more specific things in the other slides. So this was the title slide. This is more specific slides. You could talk about that. And it gives you more options too. So you don't really have to use this template. You could use the main point, title in two columns, title only, one column text, like different kind of styles. So you can customize it as you want to, and yeah. So I think this is like pretty straightforward. So uh, like this one just asks for you for a title, like some subtitle maybe, and then you just list your points below. Um, I could add say why should we um eat healthy? All right, I could just add a question mark over there. So I'm not really discussing. Gonna discuss how to eat healthy um, in the slide, even though we all should be. Um, uh, but you guys can get the point. It's pretty much a similar thing. Just you're just typing in. The text box already there, so you could type in. But let's say this text box, right? Let's say I did not have it here at all. Or maybe this one was actually smaller. Maybe it was like just small, and I wanted another separate text box, maybe. So I could always add a text box. I'm gonna head over to this text box, click text box, and I'm gonna click on the slide. And notice how if I start typing it at first, the text is not going to be readable, so you're not going to be able to see what you're writing. So like right now, if I write something like hello, you're not going to really see it. Maybe if you look really closely, maybe you can, but not really, because the background and text color are both black. So I want to highlight what I wrote right here. So I wrote hello, and I'm gonna do a different color on the text. So I'm going to go over where it says A. It says text color right here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to make this a lighter color. So let's see. I feel like a yellow. Yellow looks good. I could see yellow. You see? I could see yellow. That looks pretty cool. And another thing I could do is make the background of the text color different than the background of the actual slide. So the actual slide background is black. So I can make this one different. Let's say I don't want this to be black. I can make this different as well. Um, I could. Okay, so I am going to make this another color. So I'm going to go over to where it says fill color. Click that, and I could choose a gradient color or sort of like a solid color. So let's do a gradient color. I feel like it looks pretty interesting how these colors look like. So I'm going to choose like a light color, but not too light because I still want to read my text. So I don't know. Does this work? Oh, so you see, if I click this, I can't really see the yellow anymore. Let's say I really want to use the yellow color, but I also want a different color. So let me try switching this up a little. Maybe gray. Okay, so you see, I put gray here. Now I can see what I was writing. I also have a little different color going on. I could also do the same thing with what I was doing with the photos, and I could make this smaller or bigger like that. So I'm gonna make this smaller. So I'm going inwards, up, and like that. So we have our little text box, hello, right? Saying hello, and then that's that. And also, let's say I want to make this stand out more, I could also make it bold. Okay, so there's that. And let's see. Let's see what else is here. Okay. Now if I want to talk about different points, I could like add like a dash, little dash, and then press enter, dash, enter, you see, so on and so forth. Really don't want that many, so I'm gonna go back up. All right, let's go back up. All right. So I added dashes, right? But another thing I could do is add numbers. So if I head over to where it says number list, or maybe I want to add bulleted list, so I could add like dots, maybe dots. I'm just typing, just random stuff. I'm typing again. Nothing to do with eating healthy, but you guys could get the idea. So I'm just typing little things, pressing enter, and as soon as I press enter, the next dot comes. I could do the same exact thing with the number kind of feature. So I'm just going to delete all of this. I'm going to show you how to use a number one. So same thing. I'm going to go to number list this time, and you guys can see how the number one comes. So I'm going to write a little bit because you sort of have to write a little bit before you press enter, because if I just write one, just enter, it sort of deletes it. So I really want to write something first and then press enter afterwards. So there's that. So we could get a. So I'm going to decide to use, let's say, the the bulleted list. I think the bulleted list was pretty nice. So um okay, so I just wrote that. Nothing really interesting, but just writing. Um, just write someone, press enter again. Pretty simple. Okay, so there's that. Now we're gonna go into transitions. This is another pretty cool feature. Let's see. Go to transition. So I'm gonna add transition. Um, so as we discussed earlier, the apple itself is gonna appear separately when I present. I could also do something with the transition. So right now there's no transition. So if I want to make my presentation look more cool, maybe more interesting to my classmates or whoever I am presenting to, I'm gonna go head over here to the side, and I could actually add different kind of transitions. So maybe like a gallery transition. Let's see how that looks. So I could make it go fast, maybe medium or slow. I'm gonna keep it at medium, just so it's not too fast or not too slow, just right. So play that. It's gonna allow me to see it. So it sort of like moves in, and as I press enter again one more time, the apple comes up. So that's how it's gonna appear when you present your screen. So when I press enter again, um, I move on to my next slide, and I actually added another slide. Really don't need that slide. That's another title slide, so I could delete it. So I accidentally added another slide, so I'm going to delete that slide. I'm gonna cut this one, right? So now I'm left with the other one, right? Okay, now I could do like I was speaking about the transitions earlier, right? So I could basically add the transition to all slides. So if I click apply to all slides and then play, each slide when I go through them, I could have the same transition going on. This little label right here indicates that the transition is there, so you could use it. You could always make a different transition. So let's say you want to go with the gallery for the first one. For the second one, you really don't want to use a gallery. You might want to use a different one. You could always click on another one, um, and then use that. So I just stop it for a moment. I could change it and then maybe add another one and from whatever one I want to choose and just apply that one. Okay. All right. So there's transitions. Now, sometimes when we're writing, we might have made a mistake or um, we might want something that we wrote earlier back. So what I mean by that is, let's say we were working on the project and accidentally, I don't know, we added an arrow, but we added like too many arrows. I don't know. And then what ends up happening is now we have an arrow here, and now it's like in the middle of our project. It's like sort of ruining our whole project here. And then we really don't want this arrow. So I'm trying to like change the size. I'm trying to get rid of it. Oh no, it's got too big now. Or oh, sort of ruined this as well. Okay. I'm gonna move this down right here. Drag this down. Okay. So let's see. I have. It doesn't have to be an arrow. It could be anything. Any mistake you make. These little two arrows allow you to change up um what you have and get back what you had earlier or what you had after. So I could undo this, and then as you can see, um, I made another mistake. It's like I sort of dragged my notes up, and my points went up, and then I really didn't want that. So I wanted to come back down. I could press redo, and I do that. And as for the arrow, another option I have, let's say if I don't want to use that, I could right click or double click and then cut the arrow and then it's gone. Now to, I mean, that's pretty much it. So, once again, you have multiple options, what kind of style you want. It doesn't have to be this exact style that I chose. You could always add another style. It depends on whatever kind of project you're doing and what looks more like interesting to you and what you feel like is going to get your point across the strongest. So so yeah, so there's that. So now we're gonna add like some kind of like closing slide. So I'm gonna add like the section header kind of slide. This sort of looks like a closing slide to me. So I'm gonna write something like "Thank you for watching," and yeah, guys, thank you for watching here. These are pretty much the basic features of Google Slides, and it's pretty straightforward. Most of the features are listed here, and as you go through them, and just get to know the um, Google Slides better, you'll be more comfortable with using it. Um, let's say if you were working with other projects, you wanted to add in a chart, you could have added that as well. So let's say I'm going to go back to my second slide here for a moment, and I'm going to add insert. I'm going to add a chart, right? Like I don't know, like a bar chart, right? And this bar chart comes up. I could make it more bigger, smaller, and yeah. So there we go. And then we have this bar graph going on. Yeah, so we could show data if you wanted, and then um, to make our presentation more um, interesting in a way. Okay, so thank you for watching, guys. I hope you guys learn more about Google Slides. You could always learn more through just exploring um, what Google Slides has to offer. And as you can see here, I pretty much customized the slide for myself. I could have gone further with this customization and made it more for more interesting or more like fun to look at. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and have a nice day.